Presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, the pet company. By TD Ameritrade, proud sponsor of opening week. And by the new movie Missing Link in theaters April the 12th. And by Hyundai, Kona 2019 North America Utility Vehicle of the Year. The flyover is complete. The opening day ceremonies are done, and we are ready for baseball 2019 style for the San Diego Padres on a beautiful day from Petco Park in San Diego. There are a few clouds up above the stadium, but not much. Lots of sunshine and a beautiful day for this home opener, and Manny Machado getting ready for his first game in a Padres uniform.
Don, the one thing I really look forward to opening day is not only seeing the bunting on the facades at all the ballparks, it's the opening lineups and the introductions. Fernando Tatis Jr., big applause. Manny Machado, big applause. Chris Paddock, big applause. I'm excited. The Padres are excited. These fans want to see some early action today here at Petco Park.
And we want to see that bunting back in the fall.
Absolutely. Bunting in the fall is the name of my new band. I'm going with it.
Well, it is time now for the weather report, brought to you by your always sunny San Diego County Honda dealers. 67 degrees, northwest breeze at 13 miles per hour. Forecast partly cloudy. Padres take the field. Don Orsillo and Mark Grant, Bob Scanlon. Game one for Manny Machado and for the Padres in 2019. Been waiting all winter for this day, and it is here. Nothing like opening day, and especially this season for the Padres. Well, the San Francisco Giants are here, and Bruce Bochy, in his last year at the helm of the Giants, will retire at year's end. Let's check out the Giants starting nine. Stephen Duggar leads it off with Brandon Belt at first base. Evan Longoria is at third base with Buster Posey, the veteran, doing the catching. Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, with Connor Joe in left field. Michael Reed in right field. Joe Panik is at second base. He bats eighth. And Madison Bumgarner on the mound for the San Francisco Giants, batting out of the 9 spot. Getting the opening day nod for the Padres is Eric Lauer.
The lefty, last year he went 6-7, a 4.34 ERA. He had one heck of a spring. 10 scoreless frames, only a couple hits. The strikeouts were there. He gets those strikeouts with a 4-pitch mix. He misses the barrel of the bat with that cutter. And you know what? Quite frankly, Don, seize the day. There's a great opportunity for Eric Lauer. He proved last year in the big leagues, and he's getting the nod, as you said this afternoon. Early lead for the left-hander, and let's take it from there. How about defense for the San Francisco Giants and for the San Diego Padres behind Eric Lauer? Talked about the Gold Glove, Manny Machado at third, Fernando Tatis Jr. at short, Ian Kinsler, the Gold Glover, at second, and also at first base, a Gold Glover in Eric Hosmer. Behind the plate, putting down the signs, Austin Hedges. In the outfield, left to right, Will Myers, Manuel Margot, Franmil Reyes in right for the Padres.
So here we go. Eric Lauer ready to fire that first pitch of the season. Stephen Duggar in on the left side for the San Francisco Giants. Opening day starter, Eric Lauer, the first pitch of the 2019 season. Oh, yeah, it's in there for strike one. Underway from Petco Park in San Diego. Doesn't get better than this. Duggar last year hit a .255 with the Giants. Leading off in a very different looking lineup for Bruce Bochy here today than what we're used to with the Giants. Oh yeah, there's some regular holdovers. Posey, Crawford, Belt back here with the club. Sprays this one foul.
Older team for these Giants, could be fair to say, right? A lot of players that are long in the tooth. The big plus for the Giants, I think, is going to be their bullpen. Madison Bumgarner toeing the slab today. He's 29 years old, but he's been around a long time. You know, the velocity is a question. But still, the guy knows how to pitch.
That's on the outside corner for strike three. One down. Nice way to start for Eric Lauer on this opening day. Strikes out the first Giant he faces.
It's always a big hurdle to get that first out for opening day, but how about the frozen pizza right on the outside corner with the located fastball? That's where Eric Lauer has to be effective. Both sides of the plate. He throws the straight one and then that cutter into right-handers. But a good start for the left-hander.
One down brings up Brandon Belt. Injured a lot of last year. Lines this one to right. Reyes on the move. Will get there. 2 down. Let's take a look at the keys to the game brought to you by your San Diego County Honda dealers.
Well, another year, another round of keys. Hey, bring down the house early. It's going to be a packed house. Get them behind these Padres. Get on the board. And a bummer for Madison. Get to the left-hander early in this ball game. A lot of traffic. Hopefully, Skip Schumacher can send him to second, and Glenn Hoffman, the third base coach, can send him home.
2 down here in the first inning for the veteran Evan Longoria. Second year for him in San Francisco after spending his career at third base for the Tampa Bay Rays. Going to bounce back this year. Last year, just a .244 average. And a liner here to left center field. That'll get down. Myers over to cut it off. Longoria will hold with a single as Myers gets it back in quickly. Nicely done out there by Will Myers, showing off some good speed to cut that off.
Yeah, you know, it's nice, the crowd getting behind Will Myers, getting that ball quickly, and then getting in, holding Longoria. He's not going to break any speed records running the bases, right? But still, have to get to that baseball and get it in quickly and get the short out at second base possibly with the ground ball to get out of this first inning. Glove it, spin towards the glove side, get it in there quickly.
2 down, Longoria at first, and it brings up Buster Posey. It was interesting to see how much Posey will catch this year, how much he'll play first base. We got Brandon Belt at first, but I know that I'd like to give Posey some time off, his legs anyway, from behind the dish.
It will take its toll on everything, quite frankly. You know, the foul tips, the ankles, the knees, the hips.
Coming off a season in which he hit .284, 5 homers, 41 runs batted in, and he'll lift it in the air to left center. Over is Margot and under. Little back pedal. That'll end the first inning. Giants do not score. The Padres are coming up from San Diego. Welcome back to Petco Park on this opening day 2019. The Padres are hosting the Giants, and the Giants are gone in the first inning. Padres are coming up in the bottom of the first inning. Let's check out Andy Green starting 9 today. The veteran Ian Kinsler at the top of the order and at second base, with Will Myers batting second and left. Manny Machado at third base in the 3 spot. Franmil Reyes in right with Eric Hosmer at first. Fernando Tatis Jr. at shortstop. Manuel Margot in center. Austin Hedges does the catching, and Eric Lauer, the pitcher, out of the 9 spot. Madison Bumgarner getting ready on the mound for the Giants.
And the 29-year-old left-hander making his 5th career opening day start, the 4-time All-Star. Fastball, cutter, curveball. He attacks the zone. You know, the velocity is 91-92, but he is a competitor. He challenges these hitters. His 5th opening day start for the left-hander.
Ian Kinsler in a Padres uniform after spending last year partially in Southern California with the Los Angeles Angels before moving on to Boston and getting himself a ring for the first time. 3rd time that he has gone to the World Series. The first time that he has been a champion. And now he is a Padre. Out ahead of this, fouls it off down the left field line.
And setting the table for this Padre offense, huh? Sonny, Will Myers on deck, Manny Machado, Franmil Reyes, guys who could do some damage. We talked about it in spring training. I think it's going to be a good thing with Ian Kinsler being that veteran, the experience, leading off, working the count, working the opposing pitcher to set it up for the guys coming up.
Yeah, he's done it a long time in his career, and certainly comfortable in that leadoff spot. Swing and a miss, down to a knee on that cut. He strikes out. Bumgarner with a strikeout to start the day.
On defense behind the 4-time All-Star Madison Bumgarner, putting down the signs and catching him will be All-Star Buster Posey. On the infield, 3rd to 1st, Longoria, Crawford, Panic, and Belt. In the outfield, Connor Joe, the USD Torero, Stephen Duggar in center, and Michael Reed will be patrolling right field for the Giants.
There's Will Myers batting second in the Padres order today. And getting the start in left field is Myers. Chris Myers finished last year playing third base for the Padres. A couple of years before that at first base, outfield, now back to a more familiar outfield. And getting the start today in left field. Fouled off, a ball and a strike.
Well, I don't know whether the first pitch from Madison Bumgarner was just a move the big right-handed hitter off the plate a little bit, but he came in for ball one. Now evens the count at 1-1.
Bumgarner entering his final season of his contract at age 29. He's been limited, though, to 38 starts over the past 2 years due to a series of injuries. A bike accident, broken pinky, and a grounder foul, and it's 1-2. This is his 5th career opening day start. Ties him for 3rd most in Giants history. There's only Juan Marichal and Carl Hubble in that category.
And, of course, the Giants in the division against these Padres are nice career numbers at 11-9. Nice ERA at 3.32 for Madison Bumgarner. You know what, Donnie? You know what you're going to get every time Bumgarner goes out there, right?
1-2 to Myers. Line foul. Out ahead of that. It's a good contact. Hangs at 1-2 to Myers.
Will Myers throwing some serious head right here on this pitch. The front foot is down a long stride. Gets on top of it enough and then sends it into the stands for a souvenir. A loud strike. See if he goes off speed right here. Make him chase out of the zone.
Did, and it evens at 2-2. Myers took it.
Good discipline right there by Will.
There's 11 home runs last year, 39 RBIs, and a .253 season for him.
Heavy on the left side, Donnie, with the Giants. 3 Giant infielders in between the third base bag and the second base bag.
That's close, but called the ball. Bumgarner didn't like it at all. Takes a step or 2.
Yeah, it looked like that cutter that he wanted to backdoor. So it's the breaking ball that starts well off the plate. And then Buster Posey tries to frame it, and that is, in fact, a ball.
Ted Barrett has the plate today, calling the balls and strikes. Payoff pitch. Myers will take ball 4. For the first time in a Padres uniform, Manny Machado makes his way plateward. The new era begins right now for Manny Machado and the Padres. Pretty nice welcoming to San Diego for Manny Machado. A check on Myers at first.
You know, we got 2 players looking at one of them, Madison Bumgarner and Manny Machado, who thrive on situations like this. Sure, it's the first inning of the first game of the year, but still. Big situations for both guys. This is what makes this game fun, this matchup like this. And he starts off by going soft on him with a changeup.
37 home runs last year between Baltimore and Los Angeles. Our first Manny chant from Petco Park. Sails it foul off to the right.
I'm wondering if one of the things going through the mind of Manny Machado right now is that, opening day, mid-60s, beautiful weather. It wasn't like this in Baltimore. That's got to be a good feeling from the third sacker.
Brandon Belt holding on. Myers at first base. Machado down the count here, 0-2. Swing and a miss, and Machado strikes out. Second strikeout for Bumgarner, 2 down.
We know that any power hitter, a guy who can put a hurting on a baseball, likes the fastball. So what does Bumgarner do right out of the gate? We mentioned he went soft, changeup. Soft again, 85 away. See how he's trying to keep the ball away, and then a little cut fastball, maybe even a changeup there to get him way out in front. He did not even show him a fastball at bat.
2 down, Myers at first base, and it brings up Franmil Reyes. There goes Myers. Reyes with a swing and a foul as Myers goes headfirst into second with a foul ball. That's one thing we saw during the spring. The Padres were very aggressive on the base paths. A lot of stolen bases. And you wondered if it kind of would carry over here into the regular season.
Oh, it will. I think Skip Schumacher, the first base coach for the Padres, he's got a starter's pistol in his back pocket. I think Andy Green's want to let him run. And, you know, there are times when a manager will give the green light to everyone, say, hey, if you get a good jump, go. Then there are times when he'll signal down to Glenn Hoffman to put the stop sign on because he wants that hitter to hit in a certain situation. So, hey, more times than not, I think if a guy gets a jump, he is going to go to try to get in the scoring position.
Myers not going this time as Reyes gets out of the way of a breaking ball down and in.
So one thing for sure early we've seen from Bumgarner, rather than locate the fastball, he's feeling very, very good about himself in the changeup.
Reyes facing a lefty today, 349 against left-handers. He's sixth in that category. Check on Myers. Lead was not terribly large, and he gets back without a problem. I feel pretty much straight away on Reyes, who has power to all fields. They're shifting on Reyes on the left side. And a ground ball foul outside of third.
Don, you'll get a lot of those, a lot of choppers down the third base line. So therefore, heads up Longoria, heads up Crawford on the left side from the lefty Bumgarner. Out in front, you'll roll over that cut fastball, that fastball in. Guys try to turn on it, and that's why you see the three infielders on the left-hand side for the Giants.
Runner goes, and Reyes strikes out on the high pitch. So Bumgarner ends up striking out the side, done with one without a score from Petco. Back at San Diego without a score. Let's send it down to Bob Scanlon.
Oh, thank you, Don. Most of us remember the first time we saw an opening day in a Major League Stadium. Well, Eric Lauer will certainly remember his. Why? Because it's today. He's getting a chance to see it from a very unique perspective as the opening day starter, the second youngest opening day starter in Padres history, 3 days older than Clay Kirby when he got to start back in 1972. But Lauer has certainly earned it, guys. He had an outstanding spring training, made 3 appearances in the A games, did not allow a single run, 10 innings, only 2 hits allowed, striking out 12. And the thing to keep in mind also, there have been a couple of changes from last year. Number one, keep an eye on the depth on his slider. He's using the changeup a little bit more as well, which we saw him retire Posey on. And the other thing, which may not be as visible, but hopefully is apparent, is some changes that he's made in his delivery to provide some timing mechanism to keep him from rushing when there are key clutch situations. We'll see if it plays out today, guys.
All right, Scan, thanks very much. That is something that's going to be very interesting to watch. Lauer and Lucchesi both coming back for their sophomore years, really. Essentially here at the major league level. How do they do? What kind of adjustments do they make? Are they more comfortable? You would think they would be. Right side, Kinsler. And Gold Glover slings it to first. One down. We'll talk about how young he is. 23 years, 299 days. And you're looking at youngest opening day starters in the history of the San Diego Padres.
We all know that experience is the best teacher, and 23 starts last year for the young left-hander Eric Lauer, so he knows what he's up against. And it's a cycle, right? He has to adjust to the hitters will adjust to him. He's got to make good pitches. The one thing that I noticed about Eric Lauer last year, remember, he would hump it up a little bit on the fastball and get a little extra there. And he touched 95, 96 a couple times. He made an adjustment in that front leg, stiffen up the front side to get more oomph behind his pitches. So, no, he knows what he's up against and what he has to do.
Now for the Padres, Lauer becomes a 10th different Padres opening day starter in the last 11 years. Connor Joe bats here. His USD product and San Diego product, Poway. And he is making his major league debut here at the Giants today.
Connor Joe so happy in that Giants clubhouse before the game today. Went down there. I'm sure he's got family and friends here.
Mom and Dad in the house.
Nice. Remember, we saw him in spring training with the Cincinnati Reds.
Yes.
Just last week.
He was in the infield in that scenario. He's playing third base today. Gets started in left field for the Giants. And the recipient of strike 2. 23 starts last year for Lauer, 6 and 7 a year ago. And that's ball 4. So Connor Joe down to first base. First walk given up by Lauer.
When we talked about the arsenal from Eric Lauer, one of his weapons is that nice slider, particularly to the right-handed hitters. Okay, you got 2 strikes, right? There's tremendous movement late in the zone. Jed Jerko goes down, but look where he's placing this ball. And all hitters are different. Some guys are going to chase more, but here's the one that really sticks out. Paul Goldschmidt. The guy's got pretty good command of the strike zone. Now a St. Louis Cardinal, but Eric Lauer is not afraid to throw that slider down and into the righties to take the sting out of the bat. With 2 strikes, they will chase.
One down, Connor Joe at first base, held on over there by Hosmer. Reed will send it foul off to the right out of play.
Let's look deeper into the toolbox of Eric Lauer. He's got the fastball, cut fastball, curve, slider, changeup. Predominantly the top 3, fastball, cutter, and curveball. We saw that slider. He can break that out. You know, he doesn't throw that often, right? So he keeps it when needed to get that swing and a miss to the righties.
Slinging it over there, that great move from Lauer that we got to see last year. Almost fooled Connor Joe there and nabbed him at first base. 10 pickoffs last year to lead the majors.
He had me picked on. I was leaning.
Almost got Joe. Punching at that is Michael Reed. Down 0-2.
We just featured the slider. That was a slider there. So 0-2. Will he go deeper into the zone, down and in? Michael Reed has to protect. With Atlanta last year, 286 average for the right-handed hitter.
Last year, the staff with a 5.09 earned run average in the starting rotation. Hoping to improve this year on that. And a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Eric Lauer. 2 down.
Slider when needed. Heater works just as well at 93. That's a great shot there. Staying behind the 4-seam fastball. You can see how late Michael Reed was on that one. Big out for Eric Lauer.
2 down, Joe at first base. Joe Panic standing in. Back at second base for the San Francisco Giants. We'll take strike 1. Lauer starting off ahead. Fastball there at 91. That's normally where he about lives. You mentioned when needed.
Yep.
Can give you that mid-90s fastball.
I love that. Hit the spots early, strikes early at 91, 92. If you want to hump up a little later, sure. Reach back.
How fired up do you think Eric Lauer is today in this opening day start in the big leagues?
He's got to be totally fired up, but I think now is the time where he's kind of settled in. He got that first inning underneath his belt. Sure, he gave up a base hit, but no damage done. I think he's locked in right now, just focusing in on Austin Hedges.
His 25th pitch of the day misses.
And like we said earlier, the experience from last year, I think, carries into today as well.
Some wonder whether Joey Lucchesi would get the opening day nod. He will pitch tomorrow in Game 2 of this series against the Giants. In the air to center field, sending Margot back. He'll have room shy of the track for out number 3. Inning and a half in the books without a score from San Diego. Bottom of 2 here. Remember, when the Padres hit a homer today, you get a free Jumbo Jack tomorrow for the purchase of a large drink. You're going to be all over that, aren't you?
I was going to say, I know 2 locations that I can wear out in East County with the best of them. Big Flies, launch angle today, please, guys.
It's going to be a great year for you. Home runs mean Jumbo Jacks for Mudley.
And LBs to follow.
Yes. Bottom of the second inning. Eric Hosmer is going to lead it off. Hosmer, Tatis Jr., and Margot. Madison Bumgarner threw 17 first-inning pitches. Struck out the side, mixed in a walk. Now Hosmer to lead it off. You can't read too much into a lineup on opening day. Not going to be like this every day, but Eric Hosmer batting 5th, a little different from what we saw in spring training.
Andy Green likes matchups, and there's a method to his madness. depending on who's on the hill. He feels.
To center. Duggar backpedaling and making the catch onto the track. Well, for the first time in the major leagues, Fernando Tatis Jr. is coming to the plate for his first major league at-bat. I think you would agree most did not plan on seeing him here opening day to begin this year. Did not participate at the AAA level, jumps from AA to the major leagues. I think most anticipated he would begin the year in El Paso. Had a great spring. Here he is.
And now, Fernando Tatis Jr. will be facing the best 1 through 5 of every team that the Padres face from here on out. One of the best out there right now. 3-time world champion, all-star, Madison Bumgarner.
Padres' #1 prospect is in the big leagues and dancing his way out of the way of that fastball. Down and in, gets his feet moving.
And I would have to say, I'm the first person, along with a lot of the fans that have watched Tatis Jr. as he skips a little rope there, I think the kid's ready as far as facing the challenge.
On the ground and into left field, a base hit. First major league hit for Fernando Tatis Jr. in his first AB. They'll get the baseball for that young man. There it is.
Looked like a cut fastball from Madison Bumgarner. Now Fernando Tatis Jr. will say, you know what, not only did I get my first major league hit on opening day, but it was against an all-star, a World Series champ, an MVP. That's going to look pretty nice for Fernando Tatis Jr. Congratulations, kid.
You never forget that first major league hit, and you never forget who you hit it off of, and pretty impressive. It is Madison Bumgarner. Manuel Margot, the runner in first, one down here in the Padres' second. It's a fly ball headed towards center field. Steven Duggar, battling the sun, will make the catch out there for out number 2.
You know, Fernando read that fly ball. It's a routine fly ball, right? But there's baseball instincts. There's things you need to do. And he did just that. He was more than halfway. If Duggar loses that one in the sun, it carries off the glove. He could possibly be on third base. So he was about maybe 2/3 of the way to second base, and he retreats back to first after the ball was caught.
2 down for Austin Hedges. 231 a year ago, 14 homers, 37 runs batted in 91 contests. Wants to start more this year than he did last year. Has company, though, behind the dish. Francisco Mejia, who had a very good spring training as well.
I think it's a good combo. And Andy Green was quoted as saying, hey, why not have the best catching combo in baseball, right? You've got Mejia who can spell Hedges and still be an impact guy in the lineup, right? And that's no disrespect to a backup catcher that has 10, 12 years in the big leagues. But, Donnie, you've seen a lot of baseball. Usually a backup catcher is a guy who really doesn't have a lot of pop, right? And that's something that Mejia possesses. And I thought he made tremendous strides in spring training defensively as well.
Hedges fouling one back here, finds himself down 0-2. Giants have been shifting a lot in this game. Shift on the left side here on Hedges.
Yeah, big hole on that right side. I mean, nobody is there.
Outfield straight up. Tatis with a short lead at first base. A check on him anyway. Brandon Belt at first.
Yeah, Bumgarner does not have the best move. It is no way, shape, or form like Eric Lauer. So this is kind of a courtesy move over there to keep him close.
Runner goes, Hedges swings and misses and strikes out. 4 strikeouts for Madison Bumgarner. We're through 2 without a score.
Gates are officially open. Feels good to be 19, huh? La mole! Hey, 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 hey. Appreciate it, baby. Woo!
Manny Machado kind enough to be mic'd up today for his first day in a Padres uniform, enjoying himself here prior to the ball game.
Not only is he talented, but he likes to have fun playing the game of baseball with his teammates, his new teammates.
Bumgarner lines one sharply, sinking, and it's caught by Myers on the backhand. Looked like that was going to grab some grass in left field, but Myers comes in and makes the play.
That was most definitely a Titanic. Sinking liner. Boy, if that gets by Myers, that's extra bases. Nice recovery right there. Because that's one of those plays, man, you got to commit, right? If you kind of pull up, that ball will take a funny hop, maybe off the wrist, off the elbow. Extra bases.
Second time turn down for Lauer with Steven Duggar. Struck out looking in the first inning. 1 of 2 Ks for Lauer.
You know, we didn't even get a chance to say, don't shut your toolbox against a guy like Madison Bumgarner because he's like a regular hitter.
You know what? I was going to say it too. Steal your line.
Yeah.
I planned on it because I saw. I even wrote in here 17 career home runs, 58 RBIs in his career. So don't shut your toolbox.
You have that written down on your ad libs?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. 2-0 delivery is car foul to the screen.
And we all know there are pitchers out there that, I mean, they can't hit water if they fall out of a boat, right? But not Bumgarner. It's 1 through 9.
And they play for Duggar to go the other way as he will take a pitch, very close pitch at that has Lauer down now. 3-1. You see the outfield alignment. Duggar, a strikeout victim in the first, 1 of 2 Ks on the day. For Lauer, sharply hit to the backhand, knocked down by Hosmer. Going to need help, and there is Lauer. Nice play to get over there. Knocked down by Hosmer, needed assistance, and Lauer quickly over to first to cover 2 down.
Remember, there's gold on those corners. Eric Hosmer does not panic. I think that's the big thing here. As Duggar pulls this baseball to the right side, Eric Lauer just getting there in time, making it look easy. How smooth is Eric Hosmer? There's the bobble. Don't panic. Little game of flip. How about the strike to Lauer, too, right at the belt buckle for the 3-1 putout.
And 2 down here in the third brings up Brandon Bell. Lined out to right field in the first, 0 for 1. Last year, 14 homers, 46 RBIs. Ninth season for Belt now in a Giants uniform and at the big league level. That went by very quickly.
Very quickly.
It's time that he's made an opening day roster. A great spring. Hit a 370 during the spring.
Guy knows the strike zone, too. He's got good bat control, good hand-eye coordination. Remember that last year? 21-pitch at-bat in Anaheim? 21-pitch at-bat. Finally flew out to right field.
Lauer battling back, full count now.
But he can foul off some pitches with the best of them.
Hyperextended knee put him on the DL for the first time, and then September 21st underwent season-ending surgery to clean up his cartilage in his right knee. Strikes out now. Lauer with a nice K to end the top of the third inning. 3 strikeouts for Lauer. Scoreless from Petco. Join T-Mobile and score free MLB.tv all season long. Sign up now at T-Mobile.com/MLB. Doesn't get better than this. Sunsplash Petco Park in San Diego as the Padres and Giants bring in the 2019 season. Madison Bumgarner back on the hill, and It's Eric Lauer's first plate appearance of the season, the Padres starting pitcher.
Donnie, I ask you, my friend, does it seem like we were just here yesterday?
It does.
To end the 2018 season?
It does. It goes by very quickly. It's like we never left. 0-2. One had a little wrinkle in it. Curveball from Bumgarner. He's thrown 30 pitches, 23 of which have been for strikes. There's 4 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. And Lauer waves at that pitch and becomes the 5th strikeout victim of the day for Bumgarner. 1 down. It's time now for our Valley View Casino trivia question.
I love trivia.
The Padres faced the Giants in Petco Park's debut back in 2004, who drove in the first run of the game for the Padres in their 5-4 win. Shoot us your answers by the end of the inning using hashtag Valley View Trivia.
I should know that because I was here.
But you
I remember David Wells pitching the first pitch of the game to Ray Durham. I do remember that.
One down for Ian Kinsler. Second time through the Padres order. And Kinsler a strikeout victim in the first inning.
Ian Kinsler up in the box and very much on top of the plate. A lot of hitters will have that back foot on that back chalk line. Not Ian Kinsler. It's almost as if he's got home plate right by his, in line with his belt buckle. And then, of course, he's very, very close to home plate.
Bumgarner has been ahead of most first pitch strikes to 9 out of 10 batters that he has faced here to begin the day. Popped up left side with Longoria with the glasses on for out number 2 of this 3rd inning. 2 down. So that'll bring up Will Myers. 4 in a row now retired by Bumgarner.
That's a great shot right there, isn't it? Beautiful. Downtown at the Gaslamp. Big League Baseball, Donnie.
Sold out Petco Park today for Game 1 of the 2019 slate. Myers walked in the first inning. At capacity here today.
Yeah, how sweet would it be for Will Myers to go deep here and erupt this crowd? Have them go nuts. Get on the board first.
Went deep 11 times last year. Down 0-2.
Bumgarner can do so many things right here. Breaking ball in the dirt, go up and out of the zone with the fastball. He wants this one in the dirt.
Myers got that back foot out of the way, thinking it may grab some of that back foot.
Now I think a good pitch for Bumgarner is that changeup of his. Something down and away off the plate, maybe. Buster's thinking about it. Oh, he's going with the slider.
Close pitch, but missed in. Couple of good takes here from Myers to even the count now at 2-2. Manny Machado waiting on deck here. Padres batting last of the 3rd. Full count now. Bumgarner had jumped ahead 0-2. In the midst of a meeting with himself in behind the hill.
First one right out of the gate.
Felt good.
Didn't it, though?
Payoff pitch. And Myers drives it toward deep right center field. Duggar going back, looking up. That ball is gone! Home run for Myers. The Padres jump on top 1-0. Myers takes Bumgarner out of the yard.
Is a great at-bat for Will Myers. He's down 0-2. He works it full. It gets the breaking ball. Get extended, big boy. Take it to the beach the opposite way. There's that crowd coming out of their chairs. So the Friars are on the board here in the bottom of the third. Not sorry.
Now Manny Machado, his second AB. Takes a look at strike one. And Garner coming back with a fastball. Will Myers with the new moss. Got himself a home run.
Oh, yeah. Let it flow, big boy. Oh, look at that salad.
Look at that.
That's
fantastic.
That's a mullet in front, yo. The front mullet.
There's a party in the front and the back. The 1-1. That's outside for ball two.
Pop the corks, Will.
I've got power and I've got moss. I'm Will Myers. Padres have a 1-0 lead.
And he dies his tips, too.
Why wouldn't you?
Why not?
2-2. Big cut from Machado. Breaking ball seemed to fool him.
A lot of soft stuff to Machado from Bumgarner. The first at-bat, the strikeout, he threw him nothing but soft stuff. That was getting him way out in front as well.
Full count, second straight batter here. And full to Myers before he took him deep. 45 pitches deep is Bumgarner with two down here in the third, and you got Franmil Reyes waiting on deck. Machado fouls it off. Five strikeouts for Bumgarner through 2 2/3. He's walked one. Machado struck out in the first inning in his first plate appearance in a Padres uniform. Now here he is in the third. Swinging a foul tip held onto by Buster Posey for strike three. A home run for Will Myers has given the Padres a 1-0 lead. His first of the year. 1-0 through three from San Diego. One to nothing Padres on top of the Giants after the home run by Will Myers. Evan Longoria will pop it up right around the bag at second. Kinsler. A stagger takes care of out number one. In between innings, our Mark Sweeney caught up with Padres manager Andy Green.
Andy, obviously Eric Lauer starting in El Paso last year, this year, opening day. Your thoughts on Eric today?
Yeah, he's doing a really nice job. He's found the zone early. Even some of the balls are actually right on the black. We're not necessarily getting those calls right now. He's executing very well. Not afraid. Kind of what you'd expect from me on opening day.
On the other side, Madison Bumgarner looked the part until Will Myers' swing. Your thoughts on that swing by Will?
Tremendous swing, staying on the backdoor cutter right there. He's a great big game pitcher. He preys on your aggression. He cuts the ball in on you, speeds you up even more than you already are, and then mixes in some other stuff as well. So at bat, second time around, better battles right there from all three of those guys. Two really good ones from Will, though.
Andy, I appreciate the time. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, Mark, thanks very much. Andy Green in his fourth season at the helm of the Padres and has not had the kind of talent that he has on his roster going into this season at any point until now.
And how about an opening day victory the first time for Andy Green this afternoon? That would be some kind of nice as well for the skipper.
It's now 7 in a row retired here by Lauer. Two quick outs in the fourth, and here's Brandon Crawford.
You can see exactly what Andy Green was talking about in Eric Lauer. Finding the zone early. He is not afraid. He's in that comfort zone right now, taking it pitch by pitch. And executing Don where it's just off the plate if he wants to, right? And I mentioned this in spring training. Pitchers, if you're ahead, anybody can bounce a breaking ball 58 feet. Anybody can throw a ball to the backstop, right? But it's that one that you throw an inch or two off the plate. to entice that hitter to offer. I think that's the ability that Eric Lauer has.
His control has been stellar so far today. His back up the middle, well placed into center field, a 2-out base hit. That breaks up a string of 7 in a row retired by Lauer. Second hit of the day for the Giants, and it belongs to Brandon Crawford.
Eric Lauer cannot get upset at that. It's a base hit. It's a ground ball, right? It's a four-seamer. Does he miss with location? You bet he does, because Austin was set up outside. He has to reach in the zone, too much of the zone. And Crawford, he's a tough out. Sure, it's an 18-hopper, but he beat the shift. And that's what a pitcher wants to do. Have him hit the ball on the ground. It's going to find a hole once in a while.
Here's Connor Joe. His major league debut for the San Diego native. He takes a pitch in. Walked in the second inning, the only free pass served up by Eric Lauer. So far in his outings, he works here with 2 down in the 4th inning. That stance, looking towards the pitcher, and then turns in.
It's almost like Tony. Was it Tony Bautista back in the day, about 6-8 years? Remember the guy? He stood directly, looking front side to the pitcher, and then he would square it. With Tony Bautista, I think it
so.
was.
Changes up though before the pitch comes, so it's not where you start; it's where you finish, I guess.
Nice. Let me write that one down.
Yeah, hold on to that. There's more to come. 161 more games of my smack.
It's not where you start.
It's where you finish.
It's where you finish.
And the last inning, Madison Bumgarner was in the midst of a meeting with himself. There's another one. Remember that?
I've got that one written down.
You're going to hear that a couple times. 161 left after today. A lot of smack. A lot of the same smack. Over and over. 2-2, a check swing grounder. Lauer threw the bare hand out, but Kinsler's got it for out number 3. Nice play by Kinsler to charge in. To the bottom of the 4th, 1-0 San Diego. 1-0 Padres have the lead as we head to the last half of the 4th inning. General partner, kind enough to join us, Peter Seidler. Peter, how are you?
I'm great.
Great to see you.
Don,
thanks for coming on.
you.
Hi, Peter.
Bud, good to see you.
Good to see you, my friend.
How great is this atmosphere, and how much fun is it for you to watch today on opening day?
Opening day is always amazing.
Yeah.
This year it's amazing, plus 50%.
This offseason, you guys made an incredible commitment to the future, and bringing Manny Machado here. Walk me through your thought process. Walk me through the process itself, and what a commitment you guys have made.
Well, we made a big commitment. We wrote a $300 million check or signed the contract, but yeah, it's really a reflection of the confidence that my partner Ron Fowler and I have in A.J. Preller and A.J.'s lieutenants. And it's a deep staff that A.J. has now, a stable staff. Most of the right-hand men to A.J. have been with him for a long time now, 2, 3, 4 years. And we're rolling. Like, our organization is really moving at a steady and healthy pace. And it's exciting, not just Machado, but having Will Myers now in a spot in the lineup that maybe fits him the best. Hosmer having some help, and I hear we have a new shortstop.
Peter, I took a lot out of the introductions. Of course, Manny Machado, right? Fernando Tatis Jr. How about Chris Paddock?
Yeah.
All the excitement that he provided in spring training and making the rotation. I mean, it was a great ovation. So, like you said, the youngsters, not only along with Manny Machado, the youngsters are making an impact as well.
No doubt. We're here to win. We're here to bring winning championship baseball to San Diego. But a little bit of flavor, a little bit of flash, a little bit of Paddock, a little bit of Tatis. That's
some
fun.
edge, right?
Some edge.
Yeah.
Manny brings some edge. And, Manny's a great dude. He's loyal. He's a great friend to his friends. And he's really embraced San Diego. He's going to love it here. We're going to love having him here.
Okay, we heard a lot about AJ's plan, the philosophy of the organization. How hard was it for you to be patient while all this took place to get some of these guys here now? Had to be tough.
Yeah, I'm patient, and I think organizationally we all have a really intense desire to win, but you can't do it overnight. And if, as an example, if Tatis we didn't feel was ready right now, he would start in AAA. And I think what AJ's brought to this organization is an individual plan for all of our minor leaguers, and then they tell us when they're ready. I think we heard a loud banging on the door in spring training, and we opened the door and it was Fernando Tatis saying, "It's my time to come in the door." And Chris Paddock, same thing.
I know you're a huge baseball fan, Peter. You own a big league ball club, but you have your finger on the pulse throughout all of Major League Baseball and the youngsters, too, in the organization. How many times in spring training, if any, did you get a chance to go down to the other fields and look at the young players and see who's coming up the pipeline?
Yeah, there's nothing better.
Isn't that great?
To see the fans as close to the backfields and to look at our ball players playing, minor league games, or just the fast pace that we practice with, the loud music blaring, in a fun, energetic way, but also the serious nature of the work that's going on. And then among the fans, as an example, I remember one day I know that Mackenzie Gore, one of our top prospects, parents were there, and so it's a great, it's the beauty of baseball. Everybody's attracted to the game because they love it in general. Fans, owners, broadcasters, media, the players themselves. It's what makes the game great.
You are such a great baseball fan. I don't think a lot of people realize this, but you are batting practice. You come out here a lot. You see you a lot during batting practice here at the ballpark.
It's a great time of day. It's a great time of day in San Diego. The sun is setting, and you smell the fresh cut grass and the ball hitting the bat, and all the senses explode with baseball.
I think the ripple effect of what happened this offseason, of course, in February, signing Machado, was just unbelievable in the game of baseball, what the Padres have done, and the culture. I think that's the one word that I would like to hear your thoughts. And Peter, being part of the Padre organization for a long time myself, it's 180 degrees, the culture and the feel, even walking in the clubhouse in Peoria after that was all said and done with Machado.
Yeah, but one of the things I like about the culture is there's nothing that we cannot do. And we believe that. Our players, whatever the quote experts predict our ball club to do this year, everybody in that dugout, we're in the fourth inning, we're ahead 1-0, believes we're going to win this game today. We're going to show up tomorrow. We're going to win that game tomorrow. And there's no reason why, as the season unfolds, we can't be one of the better teams. Nobody has the perfect crystal ball, but I think our culture, from Ron and myself to AJ to Andy Green to the players, you tell us we can't do something, we're going to look you in the eye and say we can do it.
I can't let you leave without asking you about this shirt. You are wearing the brown today. That's pretty awesome. Next year, of course, you'll be shifting to this uniform-wise. Are you excited about that?
A lot of people say our team. Look at that. Look at that.
Bunt bid looking for his second hit. He will be safe. Two for two is Tatis Jr.
Usually there's no cheering in the press box, but Peter Seidler, the owner, you can do cartwheels if you want. Go ahead. Shake those pom-poms.
There we go.
We talked about Tatis, what he can do on both sides of the scorecard, right? Defensively, and you know what? What a weapon right here. Bat control, the bunt, and we saw in spring training the hustle down the line. He just beats it out. That was fun to watch.
That's a big man now, too.
Yes, it is.
That was fun to watch.
Two down, runner first for Manuel Margot. We're talking Brown with Peter Seidler.
Well, the fact of the matter is I laid out a sport coat to wear, and I woke up this morning and said, you know what? The Brown's coming next year. I'm going to put the Brown t-shirt on and leave the sport coat at home.
Love it.
I'm a big fan, Peter. I was fortunate enough to wear the Brown back in the day, right?
Yeah.
It identifies our organization. You turn on the TV, bang. You see the brown, you see the gold. Now, is it brown or gold? Or gold or yellow that it's going to be?
I'm colorblind.
Oh, are you really?
All I know is we got brown, and,
Okay.
and the reason we have it is because the fans spoke. We listened to the fans. They told us, bring back the brown. Here it comes.
I'm a big fan.
There it is. Did you wear that brown, Mud?
No, that was before me. I wore
Okay.
the white home with the brown pinstripes and the orange.
Ooh, you were in pinstripes, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Made me look a lot thinner. It was great.
Thinning effect.
I could eat more because of the pinstripes.
Well, the anticipation around here has been amazing. I mean, we saw it in Peoria, but to get home and see how excited about people are about the Padres this year, I mean, it's got to be so great for you to feel this.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the pieces are really exciting. The camaraderie in the dugout. Look at everybody leaning over the edge of the rail down there. It's, you know, who knows what might happen next. Tatis may, you know, go for second base or whatever. But we're building something good. Yeah, we really are. And I think we have the fans to thank for it, because we don't come up with $300 million unless we have great support from the fans. And we have from day one. You know, this year we celebrate our 50th anniversary, our 50th year. And I think the Padres are special to San Diego, and the fans of San Diego are really special for us.
How are the attendance numbers looking here out of the gate so far for fans buying tickets?
I think we're going to have record attendance in this first 4-game series.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Today at capacity for opening day, but there's a buzz here. At 65, we'll have to wait as they check on Tatis at first, back to the bat. You mentioned Andy Green earlier, you know, certainly on board with all of this, and, you know, he really hasn't had a roster like this until now, so it's got to be exciting for him, too.
Well, you know, take a peek behind the curtain. The collaboration between Andy and AJ, they talk virtually every go.
Taking off his Tatis. He will be out to end the inning.
All right.
Peter Seidler, so much for coming up.
Thanks,
Thank
Don.
you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Peter.
Bud, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Jerome's Furniture, where Jerry's price is the lowest price every day. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast, free quote to see how much you can save. And by AirstreamSoCal.com, 5 riveted with 3 freeway-close Southern California locations. Into the 5th we go. Michael Reed leading it off against Lauer. And he'll pop it up foul, backing out of play. Our thanks to general partner Peter Seidler for joining us. You can see the excitement in his eyes and the smile on his face about the beginning of this 2019 Padres season.
Not only is he one of the owners, but he's a big fan as well. Baseball fan all the way around.
And a great guy.
Super
really
guy.
good guy.
I'm very fortunate to have him upstairs. Ownership group.
You know, you're in
comes
good
from
hands.
a good bloodline too, right?
Yes, indeed.
Right? The O'Malley family.
Close pitch. Lauer wanted it, didn't get it. 1-2. It's bottom third of the Giants' order here in the 5th. Reed, Panic, and Bumgarner. Schedule. Got one for you. Fernando Tatis Jr., youngest player with 2 hits on opening day since Robin Yount,
Nice.
1975.
He was a pretty good player, wasn't he?
He turned out all right. I think he's a Hall of Famer.
And you know, he was in the big leagues at 17 or 18? 18, I think.
I thought he was 19, but I don't know.
Might have been 19. He wore number 19, didn't he?
Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
You know, we can look that up. We have the
We have people.
technology.
We have people.
Yeah.
2-2.
You know, being a baseball fan, I remember back in the day, remember the big posters that they had, you know, the big shot of the guy and then their name just in block letters up top? It was very popular back in like the 70s. I remember seeing a Robin, it was like, what's this guy's last name? How do you pronounce that? Robin whatever?
Yount.
Yeah. And you know what? Turned out to be a Hall of Famer.
High fly to left. Myers coming in on a slant towards the line for out number 1. It's time now to check out our Valley View Casino trivia question and answer. Padres faced the Giants Metco's debut in 2004. They drove in the first run of the game for the Padres in their 5-4 win. And the answer is Sean Burroughs.
Wow.
That'll be a double in the 3rd inning. Drove in Khalil Green.
Wow.
Do you remember that? I guess not.
I do.
Yeah.
Sean Burroughs, the Little League World Series hero. And then Khalil Green, one of the better shortstops you'll ever see in a Padre uniform. Ozzie Smith, Gary Templeton.
Joe Panic Flied out to center field. His first plate appearance in the second inning. To shallow right. Reyes coming in and over for the second out. And now a quick word from TD Ameritrade.
Will the TD Ameritrade trade desk gut check my trade strategy? Should I shave my beard? That's what I thought.
2 down in the fifth. A couple of flyouts induced by Lauer, who to this point has allowed just 2 hits. And here's Madison Bumgarner lined out to left field, his first plate appearance.
How about them shifting on Bumgarner, Don? 3 heavy on the left side of the infield for the Padres.
Tells you a little bit about the respect. 17 home runs in the big leagues for Bumgarner. Not your average hitting pitcher. Takes a hack there at the high fastball. Don't get cheated on his cuts either. Also shifting in the outfield, Margot to left center. He'll shoot it the other way, though. Bloop to right. Reyes will not get there. It falls in front of him. And Madison Bumgarner with a 2-out base hit here in the fifth. So all the shifting was to the left side, and he goes to the right side.
And I think that might have been because he was either late or way out in front of this little cut fastball. Yeah, that's down by the label. He didn't square that one up. And quite frankly, you could be safe and say this about that at bat. You kept Bumgarner in the yard. He can hit the ball out of the ballpark. Hold him to a single. Now it's lefty on lefty to Duggar to try to get out of this inning.
2 outs, runner at first. Duggar has struck out, grounded out to first. So 0 for 2 on the day for the Giants center fielder.
Eric Lauer doing a good job on the pitch count. The next will be number 65 for the left-hander with 2 outs here in the fifth.
Slings it over to first, and Bumgarner is picked off and then some. Frozen. Lauer led the majors with 10 last year. His first of 2019. Bumgarner didn't move much. Very out. 1-0 Padres. 1-0 Padres have the lead over the Giants. Let's check in with Annie Halbrin.
Thanks so much, Don. I'm here in the Compass Premier Club. This has been newly renovated, given a total makeover this offseason. It's part of the organization's efforts to never let the ballpark look more than 5 years old. That's an ownership initiative. And if you look around, there's a swanky new bar, windows, so you've got that open air feel, plenty of food and drink. Don Mudd, let me tell you, lots of social sparklers being consumed here today, and why not, right? A lot of fun on opening day. Guys?
Opening day social spark.
Wait a second. Now Andy's stealing my material?
How about that? You know why? Because it's not original material. You stole it from somebody else.
Duly noted, Mr. Orsillo.
Here we go. Bottom of the fifth inning, Manuel Margot is at the plate when Tatis was thrown out trying to steal second base, and he'll take a strike, even the count of 1-1.
Like you said, Don, a lot of buzz in the ballpark, in the bowl, the seating area, and the other parts of this great ballpark that people can experience Padre baseball.
A lot of great vantage points around this ballpark. A lot of great food around this ballpark. We can both attest to that, especially you.
It's the best.
Tries it all out first. Nobody gets to try it unless you try it first.
Mud versus food.
Right.
I'll take any of the food on.
Popular segment here at Petco Park.
Now, let's see if Bumgarner now, as we get to the bottom of the fifth here against San Diego, if he starts to go in more to the hard stuff. Maybe the fastball, show the fastball. A lot of soft stuff early. Of course, that cut fastball. Buster Posey wants a slider up in the zone.
Wow. Margot chases that pitch up. 8 strikeouts for Bumgarner. 1 down in the fifth. Now for a Geico badge for history. April 8th of 69 in their first ever season opener. The Padres defeated the Astros 2-1. Padres starter Dick Selma pitched a complete game, allowing only 5 hits and struck out 12 along the way.
Little nugget off of that, little badge of history. Did you know that the Padres, they swept the Astros in that opening series in 1969?
I did not know
They
that.
did, yeah.
Austin Hedges getting his second look today at Madison Bumgarner. Austin struck out swinging in the second. I mentioned Bumgarner with 8 strikeouts today. Padres holding on to a 1-0 advantage here as they bat in the home half of the 5th inning. Well-pitched ball game, both sides. Will Myers with a home run, the difference in this game.
Talk about a ball game like this, Don. Close, middle. Starters, how long are they going to go? Will Bruce Bochy pinch hit for Bumgarner? How long will Eric Lauer go? My point is, bullpens are very, very key. Pluses for both teams.
Popped up. Shift was on, so it's Crawford way over, and actually now Panic way over. Look out! Here comes Reed out of nowhere to make the catch. So Panic was on the left side of the infield, the second baseman, as part of the shift. Heads over and ends up ducking out of the way, and Reed comes out of nowhere to make this grab.
Yeah, Panic, he waves his arms, indicating that I've got it, and then all of a sudden, I don't know whether Reed said something, but there's Joe saying, I've got it. And we always know that it's easier for the outfielder coming in, but that could have been disastrous.
Yeah, not so much that time. Lauer hits for himself and skies one to center. Duggar will make the catch. To 1-2-3, 5th to the 6th we go. Padres on top 1-0. So check out the game summary. Eric Lauer getting the opening day nod for the Padres, and dazzling so far. He's been very good. He has 3 strikeouts. First major league hit for Fernando Tatis Jr. He'll get that baseball for him. First of 2 today, and now the only run of the day, a home run for Will Myers. Got to feel good to get that first one out of the way today. Madison Bumgarner's got 8 strikeouts through 5 innings. Tatis with not 1 but 2 hits, and Myers the home run. Will last year finish the year with 11 round trippers, has a home run on opening day. The difference in this one as we head to the 6th inning, and the top of the order coming up for San Francisco is Steven Duggar. And Brandon Belt, Evan Longoria anticipated. 64 pitches for Lauer through the first 5. And there's ball 1 to start the 6th inning. Third plate appearance for Duggar, who struck out looking and grounded out to first base. In the air to left, Myers in. First out of the 6th inning.
Pitched perfectly and also played perfectly on that pitch there. Avoiding the sweet spot. And Eric Lauer with the 1-run lead is in a nice little groove right now.
1 out for Brandon Belt. 0 for 2. Giants first baseman has lined out sharply to right and struck out swinging. Machado battles the sun and foul ground and will make the catch up against the screen. Nicely done by Manny Machado. Went a long way into foul ground and makes the grab right up against the screen. 2 down.
A long way, because with the way that Machado was playing on the infield, he's got to gauge the wall. He's got to gauge the net. He flashed look a couple times, shading his eyes and then committing and squeezing it. Working with a net.
Usually you work without.
Right.
Evan Longoria has one of the 3 hits today for San Francisco. His base hit went to left.
That's great concentration right there by Manny.
This pitch will be the 70th of the day for Lauer. And a drive to left field. Back goes Myers, and that ball's off the wall. Myers will play the Karen quickly. Fires towards second base, and Longoria will be out at second base! Will Myers doing it all today. Homered earlier. Now an outfield assist. Off the wall to second base on the throw. Gunning down Longoria to end the inning. Have a day, Will Myers.
Played the carom perfectly. Ian Kinsley with the spin. It's close. Great slide. And it looks like the Giants are going to challenge this one.
Yep, they sure are.
What'd you think, Donnie, on the initial? I think he might have gotten in there.
May have been safe after that.
What a great play by Will Myers, though. He did everything perfectly.
How close was that ball getting out to left field through that short fence? How about the 336 marker?
Watch, he plays the camera. He gives up on the baseball knowing that he can't catch it. Now he got to play it back and spins the opposite way. Goes to show you he's got something with that arm, and then Kinsler has to field it on the right field side. Now the race is on to get to the bag. And watch the hand on it.
Ooh, I don't know.
Oh, wow.
That is so close. Almost looks like it hits at the same time, and is there enough there to overturn it?
Right, and that's the advantage I think the Padres have going into this, that the initial call was out. Will they have enough to overturn?
That last look, I'm not sure they do. We'll see.
The last one was probably the best one, huh?
Yes. I think it was the third look that we had. We wait here to see if this is the end of the inning. Goria nearly took that one out of the yard down the left field line. And the umpires.
Here comes the jury.
A decision here. He's out. Call stands. Will Myers with the assist from left field. Having some kind of day is Will Myers. Padres enjoy a 1-0 advantage to the bottom of the 6th inning. Padres on top of the Giants. We head to the bottom of the 6th inning. What a day for Will Myers. Offensively, home run, and now an outfield assist. Nice to see as he has returned to the outfield again. Ian Kinsler, top of the order, leads it off and takes strike one from Bumgarner, working here into the 6th inning.
And Donnie, let's not forget, remember that ball he had to charge, the sinking liner that he came in and made it the shoe tops. That was a nice play as well.
He's looked good today in left field.
You think it's the moss?
It could be.
You know, we need a moss cam.
Just to follow Will's moss around the field.
Follow the moss.
Wherever it goes, we go. Here on Fox Sports San Diego. Kinsler today has struck out swinging and popped out to third base.
Ian Kinsler, the veteran, 0 for 2. These are the at-bats I like to see guys like this take. It's third time around against Bumgarner. Let's see if he can get to him. Hitters count here, 2-1.
Chop foul beyond the Giants dugout. They're housed on the third base side here at Petco Park.
It's that one pitch from Bumgarner, that cutter slider that's very tough to keep fair. You'll see a lot of hitters top that pitch down and in from the lefty to the right-handed hitter over to where the visiting team is housed.
2-2 pitch coming up. To left. Joe going back. Over his head and off the bottom of the wall. Kinsler's thinking two. Throw to second base. He'll be safe. How about that? Looked up, didn't think he was going to have a chance to get there, but he does. A double starts this bottom of the 6th inning for Ian Kinsler.
First of all, this ball is rocketed off the bat. Talk about sweet spot. Great swing by the veteran second baseman. Now the race is on because Connor Joe plays the carom nicely. Fields it glove side. Ian Kinsler does not have blazing speed. A good old-fashioned pop-up slide into scoring position for number 3.
So a double starts the 6th inning, and here's Myers.
There's that third time around for Kinsler. Hitting a mistake.
Myers takes a rip at the first pitch. Let's take a look at StatCast powered by AWS. The home run by Myers. Talk about exit velocity a little bit.
Who doesn't love launch angle? Exit velocity of 109. The launch angle 24. It all equals 456 feet off the bat of Will Myers.
Well over a hundo on the exit velo.
Oh, believe it.
Bluff off the backside. Bumgarner Spins, but no throw.
Will Myers cannot forget the sunscreen because he went to the beach on that home run.
Line to center field for Myers. Kinsler being sent around. No throw, and the Padres take a 2-0 lead. Will Myers has driven in both runs. Home run in the third, RBI single in the sixth, 2-0 Padres.
When Madison Bumgarner tries to throw that cutter in, we talk about it all the time, right? As a right-handed hitter, if you're big and strong like Will Myers, yes, you can fight it off down by the label. He splits Panic and Crawford to drive in the second run. It's Will Myers 2 and the Giants nothing.
Myers at first. He was looking to run earlier. We'll see if he's on his horse again here. Machado, 0 for 2, has struck out twice today in his debut. Takes ball one as Bumgarner stays away. Pitches now for Bumgarner without an out here in the sixth inning.
Once again, Kinsler 0 for 2, double. Machado, 2 strikeouts, 0 for 2. Let's see what he does the third time around.
Healthy hack there, evens a count of 1-1. Swinging for the gas lamp right there. First action, Vincent up in the pen, former Padre. Down and in, ball 2. Machado now, Reyes next. Padres batting here in the last of the sixth inning. They've added to their lead and have a 2-0 lead right now. 2-2. Should mention the Padres do have action in their pen. Lauer was working a pretty quick and easy inning in the sixth. Trey Wigginter was up, and he continues to throw out there in the pen. Lauer's thrown 70 pitches through the first 6. But again, this is the first start of the year. Machado chops one to short. Crawford will go to second for 1 on to first. That's 2. So the 6-4-3 DP. And there are 2 outs here in the sixth inning. It's time now for TD Ameritrade's the right call. With Franmil Reyes coming up against the Giants in his career of 6 games, a .417 average. Gives a home run and an OPS 1,065.
16 home runs last year. He hit 280 on the year for the time that he was up in the big leagues. Talked to a lot of scouts. They like what they see in Franmil Reyes. Big and strong. Opposite field power.
Reyes to left. Joe is there. Makes the catch. Middle of the cap high. That will end the sixth inning. Padres add a run. Take a 2-0 lead. It's been a fun opening day from Petco Park in San Diego, and the Padres enjoy a 2-0 advantage. Couldn't have gone much better for Eric Lauer. Wow, 6 shutout innings today as he leaves this game with a chance for a win on opening day.
Just what the doctor ordered. He pounded the strike zone. Not scared off one bit. Throwing quality strike, avoiding the sweet spot of these Giants bats. Now, Don, as we talked about, one of the pluses for this Padre team is the bullpen. Trey Wigginter, the big, tall right-hander, had a nice season last year in 22 games. No record, an ERA of 3.79, but the opponent's batting average really sticks out. Only 191.
Part of a double switch. Franchi Cordero comes into the game in right. Franmil Reyes done for the day. And a grounder up the middle to the backhand goes Kinsler. The throw in the dirt gets by Hosmer. Posey will reach at first to start things here in the 7th inning. Good rangy play by Kinsler to get there. He had more time to work with, as it turned out.
Off the end of the bat, right over the pitcher's plate. And on the shortstop side of second base. Oh, you know, there one little hesitation right there. And maybe he rushed it a little bit as the big bounce in between. You know, one of those in-betweeners, that's tough for any first baseman, even the Gold Glover Eric Hosmer.
It is ruled a hit, and a base hit for Posey starts the inning. Lauer was in there, only allowed 4 hits. As Crawford will take a look at ball 1 from Wigginton. Crawford had one of those hits off Lauer. A single to center in the 4th inning. Padres infield, a double play depth. And that's a strike. Slider from Wigginton.
That'll induce a ground ball. Middle infielders, Tatis Jr. and Kinsler playing the pull a little bit, and Manny Machado almost in between the third base bag and the second base bag.
Popped up, shallow left. Tatis, look out. Here comes Myers, who drops the baseball. They got a force out at second, and they'll get it. So the ball was dropped, but give the presence of mind there to Manny Machado, staying with it and firing to second base to force out Posey. With Kinsler covering, that'll go 5-4 on the force out.
Well, that's the beauty of a play like that, if you want to call it that. Not the prettiest thing, but the end result, it's a wash.
With Myers making contact with that, actually goes 7-5-4.
Wow. And then a P-Rod thrown to second base to get the force from Manny.
Conference at the mound, everybody coming in from the infield.
Remember, one of the things changed this year, we talked about in spring training, 5 mound visits. So if you're keeping track at home, Padres only 4 remaining.
We have a pinch hitter here for Connor Joe. Gerardo Parra, Colorado. And as he is introduced as a pinch hitter, Andy Green is headed to the mound. Aaron Loop has been warming in the pen. It looks like he'll be making his Padres debut coming up. So the pitching change with Padres on top 2-0. Fox Sports San Diego presents Padres Baseball, brought to you by Petco, the pet company. By Sequan Casino Resort, now open. Book your hotel reservation today at sequan.com. And by Mission Federal Credit Union. Try us for great rates and a better banking experience. Visit missionfed.com today. Top of the 7th inning. Welcome Aaron Loop here for the Padres, making his Padres debut. Taking over for Trey Wigginton.
Left-hand veteran out of the pen with Toronto and Philadelphia last season, 59 games. Should be an integral part for these Padres this year. Acquired by the Padres on February 17th, just a little bit after spring training started. More strikeouts than innings pitched, and kept the ball in the yard also. With 4 home runs surrendered. It'll be lefty on lefty here for Loop.
Gerardo Parra with the Colorado Rockies. Last couple of years, seen a lot of him. With that open stance from the left side.
And Loop has that delivery where he throws across his body and a low 3/4 arm angle that should give left-handers fits. But we know that Parra is one heck of a professional hitter. Stays in there nicely. Try to take that ball up the middle the opposite way. That's the way the outfield's playing him.
Fights it off on the ground and off the glove of Loop. Kinsler's going to hurry, and he gets it there in time for a second. And safe there is Crawford. Now, slowing that ball down was Loop as he got a glove on it, but Kinsler kept coming. and makes a nice flip pretty quickly on the flip to first base for out number 2.
So this is going to be the difference for the Padres, I think, this year with the infielders that they have, right? Where in years past, maybe, just maybe, it could be an inning where the wheels come off, but you've got some good defense there all the way around the infield.
Andy Green coming out again. So we're going matchups here in the 7th inning. That's Stammen up in the pen. That's it for Loop, his debut. Good one here for the Padres. 2-0 San Diego. 2-0 Padres have lead over the Giants with 2 down here in the 7th inning. Let's take a look at the Jerome's best seats in the house. Entered to win these seats at any Jerome's location. What a day to have those seats. Opening day, Petco Park, 2019.
Big league.
Seeing a great game and some comfortable chairs. Now here is the very reliable Craig Stammen into the game.
I think that's a great nickname, Donnie. Mr. Reliable. Last year, career best in many categories for the right-hander. Wins with 8, appearances with 73. He struck out 88. Opponent's batting average against .221 for Craig Stammen.
He's going to face a pinch hitter, old friend, Jan Hervis Solarte, introduced to the home crowd here, Petco Park. Been part of the Padres teams for a couple of years. Last year called Toronto home for 122 games. Solarte back in the house and pinch hitting. Will take ball 1 from Stammen. You got Brandon Crawford at second with 2 down. Tying run at the plate right now for San Francisco.
The one thing that worked for Craig Stammen last year, command of the fastball, both sides of the plate. He's got that tremendous sinker. A lot of left-handers were trying to hook that ball. That's why you see that Ian Kinsler playing back on the grass in shallow right field for that sharply hit ground ball to the right side.
Strike call.
Thank you.
We'll take it.
It's on the corner of 8th and K, but we'll take it.
It was a corner, not the corner. Off balance cut for Solarte. Breaking ball makes it 1-2. Winter started the inning. Aaron Loop and now Craig Stammen. 3 pitchers trying to piece together this 7th inning in relief of Eric Lauer with 6 shutout frames on the day. Thought about it. Pitch in the dirt. Did he go? No. Check with Ramon DeJesus, third base umpire.
Very, very nice. A couple of things there. Craig Stammen not one looking the runner at second base. Brandon Crawford comes set. You look once, you look twice, just so they don't get a good lead. To try to maybe, it's not a running situation here. You don't want to do that, but you got to keep him close, right? And then also Austin Hedges, keeping that ball in front of him, keeping Crawford at second base with 2 outs.
In the dirt again. Full count.
What's that tell you? You got first base open and 2 breaking balls in the dirt. You might throw him another one right here. Hey, if you're going to go throw it 2-2 and miss to go to 3-2, chances are you're probably going to throw another one.
On the ground right side, Kinsler on the outfield grass. Throws out Solarte, and that's a wrap on the top of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th inning, and Eric Hosmer will lead it off. Bumgarner back on the hill. 86 pitches deep into his outing. And a grounder. Joe Panik at second base. Takes care of out number 1 at the bottom of the 7th inning. Changes for the Giants coming into the inning. Got a couple of pinch hitters in that inning. Jan Hervis Solarte stays in the game and takes over in left field now for the Giants. As they pinch hit for Connor Joe. And in right field, There is Gerardo Parra, who has taken over in right from Michael Reed. One down in the 7th, and here's Fernando Tatis Jr. 2 for 2 in his Major League debut. Take strike one.
Nice to see his dad, Fernando Tatis Sr., on the pregame show with Mike and Mark. Speaking of the pregame show, be sure to tune in tomorrow's pregame show. Game 2 of the season. Tune in at 6:30 tomorrow for the Padres Live pregame show.
A little bit low, not by much.
Hey, good recognition right there by Nando, taking the breaking ball low.
Pitches deep, one down. Swing and a miss, and Tatis strikes out this time. 2 down in the 7th inning. 9 strikeouts for Bumgarner. Quite a day for Tatis Jr., even with the strikeout. 2 hits. First major league hit, just out of the reach of Longoria down there at third. And how about dropping a bunt down? Legging it out with the great speed. He's a big man.
That's the one thing. Don't let the 6'4" frame fool you. Good bat control.
He's out number 2 of the 7th inning, and here's Manuel Margot. Fly ball. Yangervis Solarte just into the game defensively and left will make the catch. An easy 1-2-3 7th for Bumgarner. To the 8th we go. 2-0 Padres.
Here's your first game break. Zach Greinke on the mound. Arizona at the Dodgers, and Greinke gets crushed today. Seager gets him here.
Man, the Dodgers, they need a bounce-back year, especially after that injury to Corey Seager, but that's a good sign, especially against Zach Greinke, who we will see in his next start here at Petco Park.
7-1 right now. The Dodgers lead that one. They're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Boy, for Greinke, 3 2/3, the 4 home runs, 7 runs in total. Rocky start for Arizona's ace. When more can I see you on Padres Live, the post-game show, guys? We're going to have to talk to this Fernando Tatis Jr. guy. He seems to be pretty effective at the big league level. Also going to hear from Andy Green and Eric Lauer. So we'll see after the final out.
All right, thanks very much, Mike. Yeah, he's looking pretty good today. Great major league debut for him. Joe Panic leading it off for the Giants. More Craig Stammen. We got the final out of the 7th inning, back out there to start the 8th. Joe Panic today 0 for 2, has flied out to center and flied out to right. Bumgarner is scheduled to bat next, but Sandoval has come out on deck. Lined and caught by Tatis at short. It's time for the Kia Drive to Success. Youngest players to start on opening day. 20 years, 85 days. Ken Griffey Jr., 19.
That's amazing.
Adrian Beltre, 19.
Let's see, Hall of Famer, rookie, Hall of Famer, Gary Sheffield, one heck of a career. Some people claim that he should be in the Hall of Fame. That's a pretty good list right there, huh?
Absolutely. Pablo Sandoval. Well, pop it up foul off to the left. His 3rd year back now, 2nd stint as a Giant. Last year in 92 games with the Giants at 248. 9 round trippers and 40 runs batted in. Nobody warming in the Padres pen. There is action. Nick Vincent still up in the Giants pen. Looks like he'll be coming in. Bumgarner is hit for in this inning. And Bumgarner, pretty good today. 9 strikeouts through 7 innings.
He was really good. Just the Padre hitters, Will Myers in particular, with the home run, crushing the mistake, and then driving one in up the middle to make it 2-0.
Quite a day for Myers. defensively, offensively. Stephen falling behind here. 3-1 to Sandoval. Top of the order, Stephen Duggar waiting on deck. Giants batting in the 8th. Swing and a miss. Pretty good cut right there from Sandoval.
You know that Pablo, 3-1, is going to try to put a hurting on a 3-1 pitch.
Looking fastball, got a fastball. Just
Yes,
couldn't
he
do
did.
anything with it. Fastball at 90 miles an hour for Stammen. Well placed. Grounder back to Stammen, who staggers but makes the grab and throws out Sandoval. How about some D from Craig Stammen? That's how you feel your position, Mr. Pitcher.
We all know he's the best athlete on the field. Craig Stammen making a good quality two-seamer and then snagging it. Plenty of time to gather yourself there, big boy, and flip the rock over to first for out number 2. It's worth another look, Donnie. There's more where that came from.
Never easy backpedaling on the mound. Uphill. Duggar pops it up. Out goes Tatis. Myers coming in. Look out. It's Tatis. Backpedaling to the short lawn and left to carry that in. So 1-2-3-8. It's a 2-0 Padres lead. Have the lead as we head to the bottom of the 8th inning. Since the Padres hit a home run today, that guy did in his hair. You get a free jumbo jack tomorrow for the purchase of a large drink. Looks like a lion. Love it.
I can just hear the customers now pulling up in the drive-thru, going up to the counter at the Jack in the Box. Hey, because of Will Myers and his moss, I want some eats.
Oh, my jumbo jack. All right.
Thank you, Will.
It's on to the 8th. Old friend Nick Vincent on for the Giants.
The pride and joy of Ramona, not far from here. I'm sure he's got friends and family in attendance. Nick, last year with the Mariners, 62 games. Nice opponent's batting average at 229. Fastball. He's got a cut fastball. Nick's a good egg. Now wearing the black and orange of the San Francisco Giants.
Edges a ground one back up the middle into center field. A base hit starts the bottom of the 8th inning.
You know, Don, here, that hit kind of encapsulates what I feel about this Padre team. And you know, it's opening day. It's the first game. Okay, whatever. But here's the thing. I'm hoping that the majority of the balls put in play find holes like that, right? So many times we've seen guys getting jammed, and it's just right to the shortstop. Out number 1, right? Well, it's about time, not only the culture kind of turning for the Padres, but how about a little bit of luck also going the Padres' way? Just a little thought after seeing that ball, that 18-hopper, finding the hole for a base hit.
And I think the start is so important as Franchi Cordero gets his first plate appearance of the year to help this team believe that, yes, indeed, this is a different Padres team. You start well, and all of a sudden, you get a lot of believers very quickly. Andy Green believes.
Yeah, and once again, you know, it's game 1. Okay, let's temper it a little bit, right? But there is excitement. Rightfully so, there's excitement. But there's 162 games, and you know what, Don? You'd rather, you know, we've got a lot of baseball left to play. Let's get that out there in the open, obviously. But you'd rather have this type of culture, this type of feeling right now than 180 degrees, right?
Absolutely. Now, part of the double switch as Franchi Cordero batting with a runner at first. A shift in the infield, right side. Look at the shift.
Straight up the gut for the Giants in center field. And Stephen Duggar. And he's got the sweet salad working as well.
Just away. Now, Bumgarner today, 7 innings, 5 hits, 2 runs. Walked 1, struck out 9. 92 pitches and Pirates on the hook.
He threw the ball extremely well.
Two. Cordero lifts it to left center. Solarte over. So is Duggar. Look out. And it's Solarte, the left fielder, who makes the catch. Almost a collision and a little miscommunication out there in left center. One down. Time to revisit our keys to the game, brought to you by your San Diego County Honda dealer.
Well, bring down the house early. Will Myers did just that with a solo home run. He went to the beach opposite field in the third inning. Tatis Jr. singled. First major league at-bat for the young shortstop, and also bummer for Madison. No, he pitched really well. But the Padres hit the ball a couple times, particularly Will Myers driving in the RBI with the home run, and also the RBI driving in Kinsler. Gave up 5 hits, but he threw really well in 7 innings.
Runner at first, one down. Ian Kinsler doubled his last time up. Really legged it out. Hit it so hard that he was going to make a close play at second base, but he got there. 1 for 3 day for the Padres second baseman. Did he go? No, says Lance Barksdale, first base umpire. Vincent from the stretch with 1 down. On the ground towards second. Panicle flip to second for 1, on to first. That's 2. And that is the 8th inning. 4-6-3 on the DP. It's 2-0 Padres. Myers doing it offensively. First run of the season for the Padres. A home run by Will Myers. Not only offensively, but defensively. Playing the carom off the wall. And his first outfield assist of the year. Kinsler on the tag. Another RBI from Myers. He was driven in both Padres runs today. 2-0 San Diego as we head to the 9th. Will Myers back in the outfield. Back to doing what he does best. That's hit some home runs day-to-day for Myers. Well, it is Kirby time as Kirby Yates takes the hill here, looking for save number 1 of the year.
Set up perfectly. In spring training, we talked about bridging the gap. Starter, middle relievers to the closer. Well, the blueprint looks pretty darn good right now with a 2-run lead. Enter Kirby Yates, 12 saves and 13 opportunities. Going through his little routine there before he toes the slab.
Let's not forget what Craig Stammen did. Retired all 4 Giants he faced.
Perfect. A job well done.
And the final out of the 7th. At a quick and easy 1-2-3-8. Leads us to Kirby Yates. And ball 1 to Brandon Belt. You have the toughest part of this order coming up for San Francisco. It's 2, 3, and 4. Belt, Longoria, and Posey. Anybody gets on, Brandon Crawford will have a chance.
You know, down there are saves and then there are saves, right? Like you said, it could be the bottom of the order. It could be a 3-run lead. Well, Bloop and a blast ties it up for the Giants, but like you said, a little bit more oomph right now for Kirby Yates, as you mentioned, Belt, Longoria, Posey.
Shift on here in the infield on Belt, right side. Two and 1. Look at the defensive alignment. They go the other way in the outfield for Belt.
You know, with Kinsler playing where he is, it takes away that hard-hit one-hopper in that area.
Straightens him up with ball 3. Fastball at 93 from Yates. Foul back, full count. Another fastball.
And a good pitch to rip at there. Talk about the split finger changeup for Kirby Yates. Most strikeouts on that particular pitch, 55. Hector Neris tied with 55 as well. Pretty good company there. Let's see if he goes to it right here for the punchy. He'll throw it anytime. He's got that confidence in it.
Bell fouls it off. Fastball, hardest he's thrown so far.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of the San Diego Padres and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Diego Padres.
Off pitch again to Brandon Bell. Foul back again, and the battle continues. Fastball after fastball right now from Kirby Yates.
No, this is a tough out here. I mentioned it earlier in the telecast. 21 pitch at bat, setting a major league record last year for Brandon Bell. He will foul off some good pitches.
8th pitch of this sequence coming up. Down the right field line, but foul. 44,655 on hand today. A sellout on opening day, 44,655. See Padres and Giants, game 1. That's strike 3. Bell thought he had ball 4, but he gets some bad news from Ted Barrett. 1 down in the 9th.
Kirby may have gone with the splitter. Let's check it out. 86 splitter. Yes, there it is. Beautiful shot. And you know what? Caught by Hedges right at the belt buckle. Catches the plate. Got him. Huge first down for Kirby.
1 down for Evan Longoria. 2 hits and a 2-for-3 day, both singles to left field. And a fly ball to right field. Cordero going over, and he makes the running catch. Franchi Cordero with a good grab there. Made it look easy as he headed back towards the 322 marker. 2 down.
That ball is going to be slicing towards the line. Cordero's got decent speed. Sizes it up and squeezes it for out number 2. Here's the guy we've been waiting for all afternoon, Donnie.
The Friar faithful come to their feet and stand as one. Ball 1 to Buster Posey. Fly to center, fly to right, infield hit last time up. Two and 0. What a start for Eric Lauer. 6 shutout innings. As they stand at Petco Park with 2 outs in the 9th. That's strike 1. Strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 down in the 9th. Full count. Had the splitter there. Not enticing enough for Buster Posey. Brandon Crawford waits on deck. Kirby Yates would like to take care of business right here, right now. He struck him out. The Padres win. Kirby Yates with a 1-2-3 ninth inning and the save. What a start to 2019 for your San Diego Padres. First opening day win since April 2nd of 2011. And this capacity crowd at Petco Park loves what they saw here today.
He went to the money pitch, got Posey way out in front, chalked up a strikeout, and the Padres are 1-0 in 2019.
They shut out the Giants 2-0 in this one. Final score again, 2-0 Padres. Padres Live is next. Mike Pomerantz, what's in store?
We're going to recap what has been a wonderful opening day. You're going to hear from Eric Lauer, one of the stars of the game, Will Myers as well, and Fernando Tatis Jr., his big league debut with a couple of hits. All that plus highlights in a moment.